everyone. Today I will be presenting a case study titled The Impact of Bilingualism, Multilingualism and Contextual Factors on Children's Language Development. This presentation explores how different environments such as home, school and peer interaction influence a child's language development, particularly in a multilingual context like Malaysia. Throughout this presentation, I will summarize the case study, provide a detailed analysis, explain the theoretical foundations, and discuss the significance of the findings for educators, parents, and the wider community. By the end of this presentation, we will have a clearer understanding of how children develop language and how they can be supported effectively. In today's globalized world, bilingualism and multilingualism are increasingly common, especially in multicultural societies, such as in Malaysia. In Malaysia, many children grow up speaking one language at home and learning another language at school, and being exposed to additional languages in their community. For example, a child may use Bahasa Melayu at home while learning English in school and hearing other languages in social settings. Research has shown that bilingualism can enhance cognitive flexibility, improve problem-solving skills, and strengthen communication ability. However, these benefits are not automatic. One major issue is language imbalance, where one language becomes dominant while the other one remains underdeveloped. This often occurs due to unequal exposure, limited opportunities for interaction, and social preferences that favor one language over another. The purpose of this study is to examine how contextual factors influence children's language development. Specifically, it aims to analyze how home environment, peer interaction, and language attitudes affect bilingual development, and to propose strategies that can support balanced multilingual growth. The study is guided by two key theories. The first one is Vygotsky's social-cultural theory, which emphasizes that learning occurs through social interaction, and a key concept in this theory is the zone of proximal development, which refers to the gap between what a child can do independently and what they can achieve with guidance. The second one is Krashen's input hypothesis, which suggests that language acquisition occurs when learners are exposed to comprehensible input that is slightly above their current level, often referred to as I+1. These theories highlight the importance of interaction, support, and appropriate language exposure in learning. The case study focuses on Aina, a 10-year-old Malaysian primary school student. Aina lives in a multilingual environment where Bahasa Melayu is the dominant language at home, while English is mainly used in school. Socially, she interacts with peers who is primarily communicate in Bahasa Melayu, often mixing it with English through code switching. Aina demonstrates a strong proficiency and confidence in Bahasa Melayu, but her English ability is moderate, particularly in speaking and writing. She often hesitates when using English and lacks confidence compared to her first language, which is Bahasa Melayu. And Aina represents many bilingual learners in Malaysia who are exposed to multiple languages but do not develop equal proficiency in all of them. A deeper analysis of Aina's case reveals several important factors influencing her language development. Firstly, her social and cultural context plays a significant role. Aina's strong command of Bahasa Melayu is largely due to its frequent use in her daily life. According to sociocultural theory, language develops through interaction, and since Aina interests mostly in Bahasa Melayu, her fluency and confidence in this language are naturally stronger. This shows that language is not just something that is learned in the classroom, but something that is shaped through everyday social experiences. Even though English is taught in school, it does not develop as strongly because it is not used consistently in real life situations. Secondly, Aina's linguistic development reflects common characteristics of bilingual learners. She has a strong foundation in her first language and is still developing her second language. She also frequently engages in code switching, which involves mixing two languages in communication. While some may view this as a weakness, it is actually a natural and effective strategy used by bilingual individuals to maintain communication and express ideas when vocabulary in one language is limited. However, excessive reliance on one language may slow down the development for the other one, especially if there is limited motivation or opportunity to use it. The classroom environment also plays a crucial role in Aina's language development. During English lessons, Aina often struggles to express herself. She hesitates and pauses frequently, and sometimes switches to Bahasa Melayu when she cannot find the appropriate English words. However, when the teacher provides support, such as sentence starters, she is able to continue speaking more confidently. Just like yesterday, I went to, and then the rest, Aina will continue the sentence. So, this demonstrates the importance of scaffolding as suggested by Vygotsky, where guidance helps learners achieve tasks that they cannot accomplish independently. It also reflects Creation's input hypothesis, as the support provided helps Aina understand and produce language that is slightly above her current level. This suggests that effective teaching should involve active support and meaningful interaction rather than passive learning. In terms of home environment, Aina primarily communicates in Bahasa Melayu with limited use of English. Although her parents encourage her to read English materials, there is little active communication in English at home. This indicates that exposure alone is not sufficient for language development. Children need opportunities to actively use the language in meaningful contexts. Without regular practice, it becomes rather difficult for learners to develop confidence and fluency in a second language. Peer interaction is another key factor influencing Aina's language use. With her friends, Aina speaks almost entirely in Bahasa Melayu, even when discussing academic topics. English is rarely used unless required by the teacher. This highlights the strong influence of social identity on language choice. Children tend to use the language that aligns with their peer group because it feels more natural and socially acceptable. As a result, English remains limited to formal settings, reducing opportunities for authentic communication and practice. Language attitudes also play an important role in Aina's development. She perceives Bahasa Melayu as easy and natural while viewing English as difficult. This perception affects her confidence and motivation to use English. When learners feel that a language is challenging or intimidating, they are less likely to participate actively, which further limits their progress. This shows that emotional and psychological factors are just as important as cognitive factors in language learning. Overall, this case study highlights several key insights. Firstly, language development depends on the quality of the interaction rather than mere exposure. Secondly, the social environment strongly influences which language becomes dominant. Thirdly, without meaningful communication, second language learning remains limited. These findings emphasize that bilingualism is not automatically successful and requires active support from multiple resources. The significance of this study can be understood from several perspectives. For educators, it highlights the importance of using interactive teaching methods such as role-play, storytelling, and collaborative activities. Teachers should provide scaffolding through guided support, such as sentence starters and modeling, to help students build confidence in using the second language. As for parents, the study emphasizes the need to create opportunities for bilingual communication at home. Encouraging daily conversation in English, providing reading materials, and creating a supportive, low-pressure environment can significantly enhance a child's language development. For the community, the study suggests organizing language enrichment programs that promoting positive attitudes towards multilingualism. These efforts can provide children with additional opportunities to practice language skills and develop confidence in diverse social settings. In broader sense, this study highlights that language learning is not purely academic but is also social, emotional, and cultural. Schools alone are not sufficient to ensure balanced language development. Instead, collaboration between educators, parents, and community is essential to create a supportive environment for the children. In conclusion, this case study demonstrates that while bilingualism and multilingualism offer significant advantages, the success depends largely on contextual factors such as interaction, exposure, and attitudes. Aina's case that shows that a strong first language provides a solid foundation, but meaningful practice and support are necessary for second language development. Ultimately, to help children become confident and balanced multilingual speakers, there must be continuous collaboration between teachers, parents, and the wider community. So that's all from me. Thank you for listening.